Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Ajwa here, and today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial. If you're new here, kindly subscribe to my channel, like and share a beautiful comment with me, and please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to join this family. Now let's get right into the video. Okay, so I have my model here, and as you can see, I'm starting with her brows. I'm going to trim her brows. So after that, I'm going to wipe her face. I'm wiping her face with micellar water and my wipe. So I'm brushing over my brows to get them well groomed. And I'm going over the brows with my powder from the Zickel powder palette. Then I'll start drawing my brows. Guys, I'm starting from the T-zone. Okay, so I just finished drawing my brows from the T-zone to the brow bone, then to the tip of the brows. And as you can see, I'm done drawing my brows, and now I'm concealing with my concealer. Okay, so I used a lighter shade at the bottom under the brows, and on the upper side I used a darker shade. Now I'm blending in my concealer nicely. Guys, there's nothing like too much blending. You blend till you get to your perfection. And I go in again with my powder beneath the brows. To do away with any cream product I used under the brows. So we are done with our brows, and we'll start with the skin. So I went in with my primer, and pushing it into the skin. Around the areas that normally gets oily the most. So I start with my foundation. I blended in 2 shades of foundation to get her actual color or shade. Don't worry guys, it looks light, but everything is going to blend in well. So I'm blending around the forehead area into the edges of her hair. Then I go in with my concealer beneath the eyes, on the bridge of the nose, on the forehead. Okay, so I dab around the circle or the edges of the concealer I don't start within. I first start blending on the outer part of the concealer before I go in. When it comes to the bridge of the nose, you pinch the damp blender before you use it so it doesn't spread. I do the same technique on the forehead. Start blending out around the concealer before you do the center of the concealer. As you can see, everything is blended out nicely. And we've achieved the highlighted places of her face. Guys, if you noticed, I didn't put any concealer on the chin because I wanted to use the leftover concealer in the blender to just dab over the chin, and that's what I did. And now we are starting with the contouring of the nose. I went in with my powder. I used a shade darker than her skin tone to contour, and I chose a shade from the Sickle powder palette, and that's what I'm using to contour her nose. And I'll do just that on her cheekbones. And as you can see, I'm dabbing and swiping up to lift her face. I'm now going in with my powder palette again, a shade that is exactly her skin tone. I'm using a shade from the Sickle powder palette, exactly her skin tone, because I don't want to over highlight her face because she's going nowhere and we are not doing too much today. And if you realize, I didn't use any cream contour, I rather used a powder contour. So now I'm baking sorry guys, I'm baking her face with my setting powder. And I'm using a translucent powder to set her face. So I push in the setting powder into her skin. Beneath the eyes, on the bridge of her nose, on her chin, her forehead, and I'll do a reverse contour around her cheeks. So I will start with my shadow, her eyes, and I'm just blending in well the concealer that was left over her eyes. That's what I did. And I'm going in with my shadow primer from NYX. So I'm still blending out the primer before I go in with my shadow. So I'm just using one shadow shade for today. I'm not doing too much, like I said before. So I'll go in with a brown shade from my shadow palette, and that's what I'm blending in. I use a different brush to blend the edges out so that I don't get any sharp lines. So now guys, as you can see, I'm going in with my liner to more define her eyes. On a normal day, I would have used the tissue to hold the edges of the eyes to pull it out for me to easily draw or line my eyes, but this one I didn't have a tissue available close to me, so I just had to, improvise. Okay, so I'm using my highlighter at the corner of her eyes just to highlight or make the shadow pop, her eyes pop more, nothing major. And I think I lost the part that I underlined her eye with a white pencil liner. Okay, so I'm brushing off the setting powder from her face, from under the eyes. I'm not really swiping, I'm dabbing as I go, pushing it into the skin rather than swiping it off. I add a little blush from my shadow palette just to more define her face, bring more warmth to her face. And I'm using the same blush to go around the contoured areas of her face to bring more definition, as I said. And she's looking pink already. So I'll begin with her lips. I'm lining her lips with a pencil, a brown pencil. And I'll go in with this lip stain from J Lashes. I'm only going to use that, guys, just to achieve a nude lip. So guys, if you watched the video up to this point, kindly do well to subscribe if you haven't yet, like and comment on the video, and share the video to others, please. Okay, so at this point we are highlighting her face. I lost the part that I used Kiss setting spray to go all over the face to set everything in. And after that, as you can see, I am highlighting her nose, the bridge of her nose, with my finger. I prefer using my fingers on the nose rather than using a brush, because I always wanted to get to the exact point I want it to be. So I'm using it on the T-zone area, on the bridge of the nose. Then I go in with my brush to highlight her cheeks, her cheekbones. So guys, just look at that. This camera is not doing justice to the highlight, guys. It was nice and cute. And like you're seeing, I'm going over the brows. Sorry guys. Under the brow area with my highlight, just to make the brows pop a little more. And I'll do the same with the other side on top of the area that I use the blush on, not on the blush. This is nice. This look is very simple but chic at the same time, and you can take this out anywhere during the day, during the night. And you look good. So what is left over in the brush, I'll use it on the forehead area just to bring out the highlighted places a little more. So without the highlight, you can use this look during the day, as I said, and you can use the highlight during the night, so you pop more. And this is the before look, and this is the after. We just styled a little bit with the scarf, and this is our look for today, guys. So if you enjoyed the video, kindly do subscribe, share and like, comment. Feel free to tell me what you would want to see in our next video, guys, and thanks for being in this moment with me. See you in the next video.